You guys, let me set up my mic here. I keep forgetting it. I think 2 videos. I did the whole video and never realized my mic, well, this audio was bad. Okay, but just was in the mood, so I played as 1Q against the Crazy Stone bot at 1Q. So it's pointed at, I have a few ranges when I think of for my videos, 10Q range, 5Q, and then the 2 and 3. That's where you're building up steam and say, okay, what do I need to get to 1 done? And that's what this video is about. So it played as 1Q, but it's like 2 and 3Q is the actual range, but it's all, we all learn whatever. Okay. I'm the Whitestones. Let's take a look. We recently did a video with the help of Raven for Black getting a big moyo. So I thought, well, let me just go ahead. I'll give Black the big moyo and we'll see if I'm any good at it. I have to decide if pressing once more, if it's Sente, I want to do it. And sure enough, if I press and he ignores, this turn not only is big on top, but now he has a 3 in a row shape that's bad. So yes, I'm treating that as Sente. Other 3-3. So I'm getting ready for my big right side invasion reduction. He goes for the corner. So as a hopeful 1-don, how should we be thinking? Well, we know the right side is the thing that we're concerned about. If we follow a regular pattern here, he now has even more strength over there. Yeah, we could say that it's not that big. This is possible. But it seemed more natural to just say, I want my Panuki on the other side. And you likely know this, Joseki. If Black says the Atari, then we get the double Atari. He's going to come out Atari. He's going to come out capture. Now my left side is quite a bit more than it was. So Black doesn't want to do that. So Black plays Joseki. I get the Panuki in his moyo and Sente. So I thought it was a great result for me. But we all know that sometimes we get exactly what we want, and it was a terrible thing to want. Where to? At this point, I'm feeling no rush to get into Area 1. It is now rather confined and no big deal, invadable, reducible, approachable, just one single, not that big area. So back to basics, corner. I've been playing this 2-space high exclusively for a long time, unless the board position says, no, don't play there. I've been doing it because AlphaGo likes it and says it's a really great move, so I'm trying to learn it. Now, I haven't had much success in learning it. I've been having lots of success in playing it, but I still don't feel like I know much depth there. So there we go. Also, in this case, I like it because Black is suggesting center, and this keeps an eye on that. So a few thoughts here. A somehow seems natural. Let's look at that. If he drops down, I have 1 eye. That means I'm running for a 2nd eye. I'm not real thrilled about that. Thinking about it now, I'm just not so sure I would. Although I did. Let's look at the alternative. Here, If black turns, we get our eye in Sente and the second eye there. That seems nice. If black pulls back, 2 eyes. So this is for sure life and going in a direction I like going in, side rather than center. I really don't know about this. This shape is a better shape, but I hate just trying to run out for survival. I'm unsure. So I went this way because the shape is better. I wish I knew. There you go. Comes up. Great. I'll live. Thank you very much. There you go. And at this point, I'm reading out these kinds of moves. What do I expect from them? I mean, for instance, if he cuts me, this cut just works or has a great potential for working. So now that I'm in this position, that's an obvious thing to read. Now let's just talk about reading a little bit. We've done this a number of times, this little chat. None of these are reading to completion. Rather, they're reading out, hopefully, just 3 moves, maybe 4. I don't like 5-move readouts or more unless I'm in a serious game, and let's limit it to 5, 6. If I'm in a serious competitive game, 6 moves in the game I'll read out deeply. It's hard work. The clock's running. I'm getting tired. You have to double check, make sure you're doing it right. But this stuff is just a matter of read out a little bit. Does it look like a positive road or a negative road? I use that little thing trick a lot. Anyway, he plays over here. Yeah. So we're seeing a monstrous area 1 developing. And we're seeing this move rather large on the bottom. And this threatens to invade my corner easily. Well, this seems much more present than the center, which is just a fantasy at the moment. So I went ahead and played the big move, helping my corner, growing my corner, threatening to come in. Okay. Let's look at why this. I'm thinking this is Gote. So the top, which is not that big, costs them a whole move to get. Now, I'll probably respond because I don't like him getting this for free. So if he plays there, I'll probably play this, but I consider that Sente. So I end up in Sente. This is all stuff that you should mostly know as if you're like 2-3Q. And if you don't, you're looking going, oh, that's helpful. Oh, yeah, I can use that next time. So I'm not concerned about the top. I thought about growing 4th line here, getting a better handle in the center and making it so he more and more wants to come in on the left. Maybe this is right. This balance just seems better, right? I'm closing the skirt on the A group. I'm settling the B group rather than growing the B group. So I would play this move again next time, but my confidence level isn't high. My comfort level is high, but not my confidence level. The other possibility is to say, since I think the top is small and I want in the right, this makes sense. He's going what to play next. He really doesn't want me coming in here. That's an easy move to connect out. But if he just keeps going, Is his center getting too big? My left is getting monstrous. So maybe this way's better. So you've heard me say before that not only am I not trying to tell you the correct move to play, but I don't personally know the correct move to play. I'm only looking at how to have some solid thinking in the situations. And A, very solid move. Everything's fine. Closing the B skirt. This is all clicks all the boxes, except we're kind of not paying attention to black's center. Well, that center is so incredibly wide, you can just plop in and live. So is it really a concern? My guess is no, but I don't know. While B seems to check all the boxes. So perhaps C's better. Okay, I play it here. He comes out, and I do the standard black-white exchange. If not, these moves become aggressive rather than just an invasion. No, white's weak now. So it prepares for these things. It also, and you know all this stuff, it also gets ready for these moves. Now that's a threat to connect under. And it's a big corner. So I played there. He drops down. I went ahead and take my Sente. Now I have to admit, this bothers me a little bit in area 1. I just made him a lot thicker. So any stone I plop down around A, it just now lost a lot of potential health on the right. There used to be some peeps over there, not anymore. Black's rock solid, so I have to be careful. I can't come in as deeply. So that's a concern. Okay, so where to next? Well, I'm thinking, okay, time for A. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Area 1 is not the big area. I could just let him have that and not be concerned. Because area 1, we draw the line from the B stone to the A stone. That's not very big at all. So I'm more interested in area 2, the entirety of the moyo. Okay, so we decided not area 1, even though, and you see how I almost tricked myself? I played A because it produces B. It's on my mind. I have a plan. And if you get stuck to your plan, you're losing the game. You need to constantly reassess. The board is each time a stone's played, it's a new board. Yeah. Okay. So big area 1 is on my mind. What are the ways in? I think of these as tools. What do I have a screwdriver or can opener where I can come in and, that's my way in. Well, it's a big gap at A, right? I can walk through that way to some extent. Still, that's not an area 1. Okay, so I'm not going to do A. What else? So as I'm searching, I realize, well, my area 2 is really quite large. How about I grow my area as I take a big step into his? So far in my mental process, I've come up with a possible move and I have an emotional content for it. It's like, yes, this looks good. I'm feeling good about this. Not enough. You got to do some reading here. My first reading, is he going to cut me? Well, if he cuts me, he's already lost a great deal. and he might even die on top or something. So I didn't see anything that felt particularly good for him there. If he backs off and says, I want to draw a big line across the center, well, you still have this problem. I mean, even with this exchange, you still can't take that whole area, and I'm in. There was that reading. And that left me with, he pretty much has to back off. Now look at the line he's drawing. A small line. My line's a big line. That's when I finally concluded that's where I wanted to go. Get the hole, which could be a mistake. He could ignore that and take the big side. That's probably correct. But still, this is such a big move. He defends, I come in. Okay, the plan. As he's getting, it looks like this is his line because I have a Hane there. While I'm getting perhaps this line. He has so many stones in his, and it's kind of narrow, and while mine is free and open, so just better for me. So that I like. So I'm feeling comfortable. What else? Well, he's got this cut at A. He's got this cut at B. And how strong are his C stones? They're far from home. This is looking interesting. Does that mean I cut? No. We're not here to fight. We're here to see if I can Hane. The Hane, if it works, is huge. He says, nope, I can't cut you. And I'm saying this next few sequence, black, white, black's getting 5 lines per move, and I'm getting 9 lines per move. Way better for me. And he's still left with his weaknesses, those cuts. Here, I'm thinking, how sad am I going to be if he finds a way in? I'm going to be sad. Also, as things sit, any forcing move, just for fun, see how there's a big road out? There's excellent options for escaping. So I think, well, let's draw that line. So the escape's gone. And if he draws his line and I draw mine, it's still in my favor. Yep. Here I had to decide. Another reading problem. If I come in, this gives him a lot of cuts. Enough said. That's what I want to do. Well, what if he says, come on in? Are there problems here? Is this going to be a problem? No, too strong. Is this going to be a problem? Well, not with me coming in his area too. It's kind of an exchange, and I think it favors me. So I felt a little bit of a risk when I played here. Like I could be wrong, but it looks appropriate. So he responds, I fix. He fixes. Now, what's next? Big A for both players. Big move. Also, if black A, you see how a contact move sort of has a way home? And if I stop it, then there's Aji in the corner. So black coming down affects my corner's not solid. And this is big for him, big for me, and affects the corner. On the other hand, and perhaps there shouldn't be another hand, but if I go this way, threatening to connect under, threatening to cut and kill something, that's somehow So perhaps the right thing to do here, he says, aha, I have fixed it. Thank you very much. That's probably the answer, that this is simply the bigger side. So perhaps a mistake. He says, no. I go, okay, show me. Hello, hello. And he dies there. Kind of barely. I mean, it's not one liberty, but it's still poor. Here, there's some reading I should fix. The liberties are better if I fix. I was somehow concerned about him coming in. But if I'm fixed, he can't come in because there's a snapback there. So fixing's better. I went ahead and drew my line, but it was inappropriate. And here we go with the liberty race. Now, he can get an eye. I can't. But first, get some liberties, kill the eye. This, if you check the right side of White's group, that's 3 liberties. If I come down, 2 liberties, right? It's either 1, 2, or black, white, 1 liberty. So this gives me an extra liberty is my point. He comes in, time to come in. And I actually did quite a bit of reading here because this is something I've always been weak on. This kind of ko, when should you take it? At the end, at the beginning? I've noticed all these 9-dans taking it early, and I'm going, what the heck you take? I don't get it. But as I read out, it seemed to be the way here. Took liberties, and here I read these liberties over and over and over. I capture him in 1, 2, 3, 4. No ko. So without playing ko, 4 liberties. He captures me in 1, 2, 3. He's got to come back and fill that for 5. I read it a bunch of times, and you still hear in my voice, I think I'm right. It should be. It's still this fear, because if you're wrong, you're dead. I went in and played the big move. And now I did not descend. Why? Because I'm not at all convinced that I can kill this. There's a lot of room in that corner. And my D6 stone, locally, all alone. I have no confidence. As a matter of fact, if we ask, can AlphaGo come in there and live? Yeah. Hey, how about now? Way less. Come on out. And he again loses something here. Atari out, kill. And then here. I don't know. I mean, a strong player should be able to know this. And at this point, if we ask AI, AlphaGo playing AlphaGo, can black live in there? No. No. How about AlphaGo against Shygost? Yeah. So this is kind of a cheat move saying, and I can afford it, right? I'm way ahead. And this says, I have declared victory. I take a point away from myself, and I give you a whole move. That's quite a sacrifice. but I'm far enough ahead where it's just like game over. Anything else? Yep. And that's the end. Black resigned here. Okay. Hopefully, as you see these moves, you go, oh, I see. Just patient, one step at a time. Don't worry about mistakes, because I'll give you a hint, you will be making them. Period. Rest of your life, 1,000,000 to 1 that you will play one game in your life where you didn't make a mistake. It's just not going to happen. Pros have it's happened a few times, but it's rare. Okay, guys, hope it was helpful. Catch you later.